So my daughter had a birthday. She just turned 5 years old. So that was the age that Claudia became a vampire. So in the novel, she is bitten and changed at the age of 5, whereas in the movie, Kirsten Dunst, I think, was 11. So you can definitely tell a difference in age, how much that would make. Um, you saw my daughter at the beginning of this video. Can you imagine that being a 200-year-old vampire? Claudia never reached that age. I'm just saying, but she did become 70, 80 years old, trapped in that body. So you can definitely see where the look of the child would be very deceiving, to have someone that's actually would be a grandmother in that body's age. And then on Claudia's end, you can see where the frustration comes, how you're a grown, mature woman, but you're in the body of a 5-year-old. So as a vampire, she was able to kill very easily as a looking as a child, but as a vampire herself against other vampires, she would be very weak being that little. So you can definitely see their argument in Interview the Vampire, saying that children should not be made vampires, especially at that age, even though it kind of harkens to later in the Vampire Chronicles when Benji becomes a vampire, but then again he was 12, so I guess that runs there's a thin line in between what's too young and too old, even though if I do remember right that in the novels they had issues with Benji being a vampire as well at that age. So yeah, so there's a lot of I see of Claudia and what Anne Rice must have seen in her daughter that Claudia was based on. A vampire with all a child's demanding, for sure. Can you imagine? And I hear it in my daughter when she wants something, that there's nothing that's going to stop her, and she wants it now. I mean, can you imagine a vampire, how dangerous that would actually be? No wonder Lestat actually enjoyed having her around at the beginning. But also, as a child, she could be very deceptive. And we find out in the book Merrick that she was deceptive. She would play her feminine wiles, even though she was still physically a child, to Louis. And he didn't even find that out and until later in the series. And then to put the small head of a child on an adult body that Armand did, it's something. So there is a difference in age when it comes to 5 and then the film version of 11. There's definitely a gap there, and it's way more innocent and sad. And on Claudia's end, more deceptive, easier for the kill because you believe a small child over an 11-year-old pushing teenage years pretty soon. So I was just thinking about that today, just something for you guys to discuss. So what do you guys like about Claudia? Do you guys think Claudia is an awesome, good character? What do you think about Claudia when she came back in her ghost form, I think in Merrick, and Louis found out more about the behind-the-scenes thoughts of Claudia and how maybe she didn't really like him as much as he believed, and maybe it's better off. Do you think it's better off that she is no longer in the series? What would the series have been like to have Claudia still be around? Anyway, guys, would she have been a villain? Would she have broken off and been a true villain for at least a few books? What do you think? Claudia is the vampire with all of a child's demanding. The pursuit of blood. I think the novel, was it the novel or the movie says that? It's the pursuit of blood with a child's demanding. Anyway, guys, talk to you later. Bye.